tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
Manic Mondays morning. I cannot find my purple Trudging Together shirt. Weird. I don't know where it is. I think my wife stole it. I probably stole it from her. I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna wear the purple one today. I guess I am not doing that then. Good morning, Amber. It's good to see you. I tell you right now, I'm so fucking tired of my finger hurting. Enough. Ugh. Why is life so difficult? Why? I got like meetings today. So, luckily I went to bed pretty early, got up early. I was able to do this before everything gets started. 11 o'clock is Take 12 Radio. I'm meeting with my friend Rachel. I'm meeting with the CEO of American Music. What am I fucking talking about? Stop picking your nose. Okay. Oh, because my finger hurts? Yeah, wrong finger. I don't use my middle finger to pick my nose. I use the picking finger. This one right here. Did you know that this finger is the same hole size as your nose? I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Maybe you got fat fingers and a small nose. I don't know. Yeah. At least she was nice and used nose. All right, kitten. Yes, I know you're here. Cool. Awesome stuff. Good to know. All right. Cat's been all over me this morning, so I'm just not awake yet. I'm not in the mood. They think they need something, but they don't. Meow. Meow. Whine. Ugh. Lucky I love you, kitties. Anyway, it's Monday, new start to a week. Yeah. Today's daily reflection. We're talking about commitment. All right. Different in various forms. I want to talk a little bit about quit latching on to all these things, folks. Okay. Good example. They're going to put out the Epstein files to make it feel like you are crazy. That's how it's going to be done. It's already been decided. Don't buy it. Quit buying everything. Okay. It used to be that if it was on the internet, it was probably good stuff. It was probably good suggestion, good advice. Now, no. I double check everything. I don't care what it is anymore. I double check everything. And I'm very careful on where I sell my soul here, folks. Okay. Okay. Colorado is more concerned about making prostitution legal than they are fentanyl at the moment. It just tells you where they're at and what they're actually committed to. You go do what you need to do. Make the world a better place. Do it, but stop getting caught up in bull crap, especially things that don't concern recovery. Okay? I'm working hard to get the government out of recovery because they don't belong in it. We don't need their money. We don't need any of it. Hold on a second. Thank you. Stop it! I don't have time for this bullshit. Like little fucking children, I swear. All right. Got to. My metaparolol. It's my brings down my blood pressure. It's my blood pressure medicine. Because I got cats that just won't fucking shut up. If you had my cats, you'd drink too. Right? If you had my cats, you'd drink. Today on Take 12 Radio, we're going to be covering Step 4, a glimpse into Step 4. I don't know if you caught the last one with the guy that got kicked out of AA in Michigan. That was interesting. Oh, man. There's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. Okay. Well, I don't have to worry about my 12 o'clock. Every time this person and I are getting together to meet, something happens. And she just found out her sister died. She got bad news last week. It's kind of, I don't know. And they're not lying to me. That'd be a pretty big lie, just to not talk to somebody. I don't think it is. But anyway, this probably isn't the place to talk about it. Because I have mixed feelings with some things. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get to jokes. Is what we're gonna do. Best celebrity dad jokes. Let's go there and see how many. Oh, these were put out by. They're not. They are jokes put out by celebrity dads. Okay, or celebrity dads said them. I guess. I don't know. I doubt they made them up themselves. Knock knock. Who's there? Jalapeno. Jalapeno who? Jalapeno business. Clearly. Just crack. Why do that? What's the best social media snack? Instagram crackers. That was brought to us by Tracy Morgan. What do mermaids wash their fins with? Tide. Brought to you by Will Ferrell. Next one I will not read. I am no longer a Ryan Reynolds fan. Deadpool has been destroyed, and that guy is an egomaniac who fucking cares for nothing. So I will not do anything Ryan Reynolds. Sorry. Guy's a piece of shit. All right. Here's one. I like Jim Gaffigan. Raising my kids may be a thankless job with ridiculous hours, but at least the pay sucks. Don't tell anyone, but I don't like helping my kids with their homework. I work so hard to get out of school. I don't want to do it again. That was Judd Apatow. One more. Did you know that in King Arthur's time, one of the knights of the Round Table collected taxes? His name was Surcharge. That one I like. Thank you, Mark Wahlberg. Thank you, Marky Mark and the Backstreet Boys. NSYNC's better. I listened to either one. I don't care. They all sucked. Hey, the closest I got to listening to a boy band was Linkin Park, and Linkin Park is a boy band, by the way. Just so you know. They're a boy band. I know people want to argue with me on it. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm gonna piss you off today. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in a good, decent mood. My fingers still fucking hurt, so I drink. Now it's too hot in here. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. All right, we're gonna get to this commitment. We're gonna start with the daily reflection. Is where we're gonna start. I have so many jackets laying on the ground. Gotta turn on my number one fan. There we go. Oh, yay, comfort. Kumi breeze. Sorry about the noise. Don't worry, I'll turn it off here in a minute because I'll get too cold. Commitment, understanding is the key to right principles and attitudes, and right action is the key to good living. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 125, which is where we will be going after this. Maybe. Let's see. We'll see. There came a time, 12 Steps, 12 Traditions, page 125. There came a time in my program of recovery when the third stanza of the Serenity Prayer, the wisdom to know the difference between indelibly imprinted in my mind, to be on my mind, not in my mind. Okay, so they memorized it. That's all that means. They memorized the third stanza of the Serenity Prayer and the wisdom to know the difference. But they're saying it was imprinted in their mind, and there is a wisdom to know the difference, and this tends to take a little bit of time. But in the beginning, it's pretty simple and straightforward. If it's a person, place, or thing that isn't me, it's none of my business at the moment. Especially if you are new in recovery. If you're in your first year, put on those blinders, do the work. Okay? If you haven't completed the work yet, it could take you up to a year. Probably going to take you less time if you really put your head down and do it. All right? I had to face the ever-present knowledge that my every action, word, and thought was within or outside the principles of the program. That's right. All my thoughts, my actions, and everything need to be within the principles of the program. For Dion, you can do what you want. Okay? Yeah. Leisure says all three parts present their own sets of challenges. Absolutely, they do. All right. That first part, working on myself, can be a challenge, focusing on what I'm doing. Actually, the first part is leaving other people alone right now. What we're trying to do is teach you in the beginning to stop playing God, to get out of the control game. That's what we're really trying to do. Okay, because you can roll it there. There's good news, bad news here. Bad news, you're the problem. Right? That is the bad news. Here's the good news. You can change you, and you're the problem. It's the one thing you can change. So this is good news. All right? Do you think you can actually change people? Can you? I don't think that I change people. No. I might give them a different way to look at something, but I certainly do not make the change in people. That is them, man. That is them. I might have been a good example. Maybe they had something I wanted, but that's as far as it goes. I'm not going to take credit for somebody else's actions. I'll take credit for mine, and that was between me and them. And all that really happens is thank you, Dion. I appreciate that, and it's you're welcome, and then we move on. I don't think I can change anybody. You need to be willing to change, and then I'll help you do that. Yeah, I'll help you, but you're gonna have to do the work. If I do the work for you, it's not going to stick, right? Shell says, no, I don't think you can change people. How about you? I'm just kidding. I can no longer hide behind the self rationalization nor behind the insanity of my disease. Couldn't hide there. Not anymore. Had to come out of hiding. Had to stop playing Mr. Hyde. I mean, the name is literally in it. Hyde. Okay. But it's spelled Hyde, so we Americans don't catch that. Okay. That is called what we call proper English. Okay. We changed we changed all the Y's to I's in America because we just didn't like the British. That's why we drive on the right side of the street. It's defiance, right? So it's in the actual word Mr. Hyde. Okay. The only course open to me if I was to attain a joyous life for myself and subsequently for those I love was one in which I imposed on myself an effort of commitment, discipline, and responsibility. Now, let's look up the word commitment because it can mean a lot of different things. Definition of commitment. Oh, she didn't read it. Good. The state or quality of being dedicated to a cause. Oh yeah. What is the cause? It isn't because I have to. That is a cause because it's a cause because I have to. Still a cause. Very committed. All right. See, we want you to make that switch from I have to go to those AA classes to I really enjoy going to my groups. We're trying to help you make that switch, and there's a commitment to it. Did you make a commitment to the person that helped save your life? Did you give a commitment to the group that saved your life? Did you make a commitment to the higher power that saved your life and gave you a brand new life with a little bit of effort? I make the commitment every single day. This in the morning when I pray, that's where my commitment starts. And then the other commitment that I have is the daily trudge. And I do it daily. It's not very often that I'm not here. It has now been 8 years and 16 days that I've been doing this. And I've missed maybe 2 weeks total because I'm committed. Some of those were surgeries. All right. Michelle says, I like this format better. Oh, well, good. This format has changed so much in the last 8 years. Hey, I'm finding my place, but I'm glad you do like the format. I've worked hard on it, so thank you for that. It takes a lot to just get one show together. So, all right. You got to come up with pictures. You got to entertain people. You gotta do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of work to this. So I appreciate the compliment. All right. Commitment. Sobriety doesn't come from motivation. It comes from commitment. Yeah. One of the first things that you're probably going to be asked when you get into the program is, are you willing to go to any length to do this? You're going to be asked more than once, most likely. You're going to be asked when you first get into the program and probably right around the third step. It's when I was asked right before I did the third step prayer with my sponsor. He asked me again, Dion, are you willing to go to any length? And it is a question I still ask myself every day. Dion, are you willing to go to any length to do what you need to do today? Yes, I am. Michelle says I was on Facebook earlier. I switched over to the link on WhatsApp. Oh, that format. Okay. That's what you meant by I like this format. But I thought you were talking about my format. No, she was complimenting YouTube. So I kind of feel like a dumbass. It's all right. right? So sobriety doesn't come from motivation. You can be motivated all you want, but you know what? Motivations change, feelings change, but commitment does not. It is solid. There, here we are at a solid word again. Okay, base words, base emotions, base feelings. That's what we need to work with. And commitment is one of those. So, what is the difference between motivation and commitment? Motivation is emotional, it is temporary, and it comes and goes. It's very fleeting. It goes back and forth, and it's willy nilly. And, you know, right? Because what am I motivated about? That can change for an instant with an alcoholic. Yeah. Scott says, why do alcoholics always make things about you? That was a great. Uh, that's true, huh? See how quick and selfish we are. It's a great. It's a. Oh, and Michelle, I was kidding. I was kidding. I don't think I'm a dumbass. When she says you a dumbass, LOL, I think not. Yeah, yeah. But is it that is funny, Leisure? Hey, if we can't do something silly and laugh at ourselves, we probably got more work to do. Okay, that's funny stuff. Thinking it was about me, even though it wasn't. Oh man, oh man, right? Very funny. So motivation, it comes and it goes, but commitment, it's action based, it's consistency, and it continues moving forward whether we feel like it or not. Right? What is a big part of commitment? Accountability is a huge part of commitment. Hmm. See, I had to text my sponsor every night for months that I was still sober. For months, I had to do it. It was part of my accountability. I hear a lot of people just group hopping. Find a home group. We know what you're doing by doing that. You're making it so you don't have to be accountable to anybody. We know, we know. You think you're not tricking us. You're not tricky. We know. We may not say anything. That's your program. We're going to let you do what you're going to do. Okay? Find a home group. Make a commitment. Sign up for service work. God's sakes. Why? Oh, well, I can't sign up for next week. It ain't here yet. Shut your mouth. Come on. We don't stay sober because we feel like it. I don't always feel like wanting to be sober. No, I don't. But we stay sober because we're committed to it. Absolutely. There's still times that come up when I don't want to fucking feel, man. It happens often. I don't want to fucking feel. I just don't. Get tired of it. I'm tired of my brain racing all the fucking time, trying to figure this out, trying to figure that out. I mean, and it's all the time. That's why I decompress every night. I have to. Because one day we'll go into the next and then I'll carry it away and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. So do a 4-step. You do a 4-step. I do that with GPS all the time. They're like, take a left to the next light. And I'm like, don't tell me what to fucking do. I'm serious. I do. I'm like, you take a left to the next light. God, always telling me what to do in that bossy fucking voice. Then telling me what lane to be in. Jesus. So controlling. Okay. I'm being a smartass. I hope people, okay. I'm sure everybody gets it. All right. What does commitment look like in recovery? Well, I don't feel like going to a meeting today, but you go anyway. I I don't always feel like going to meetings, but I go anyway. There are times when I'm tired and I don't want to host the because then I want to host the grassroots because then, and I'm like, God, I just hope there isn't a long, a long parking lot meeting. But by the time it gets going, things I don't even notice anymore. That feeling goes away. So was I really did I really not want to go to a meeting, or was that my brain just looking for the easier, softer way? It's probably the second one. Yeah. That's why I double check all my ideas. All right. Commitment is doing the next right thing even when it's inconvenient. Like calling your sponsor when you don't want to. Doing the steps when when it's uncomfortable, and helping others no matter how your day is going. Getting out of self even though you might be the person that needs help today, but yet you get out of self. This is commitment. What is the commitment to though? Well, it's you're the commitment. You made a commitment to yourself to be a better person. So you do all these things. It's a hard commitment to make, man. All right. Don't wait till New Year's to do this stuff. Okay. New Year's it isn't any different from Valentine's Day. It's just another way to sell you more shit. That's all it is. Right? Instead of making a resolution, why you make a commitment? Okay. Commitment comes with work. Right? Commitment is action. Early recovery certainly requires commitment, does it not? We talked about the accountability because recovery is going to feel very uncomfortable at first. Right? You're going to be very unfamiliar. You're going to be wrong about a lot of things. Early recovery is tough. I do not want to go through the first 30 days again. I wish I was like about 6 months where you know enough of the program to stay sober, but you don't know enough to get into arguments. I'd like to go back to that, be a little naive, but it ain't gonna happen. That's just Dion trying to avoid his feelings. He will do anything, including going back in time. So the growth feels really unfamiliar. So commitment is what carries us through the uncomfortable beginning, man. There's going to be another type of commitment that happens here. Yeah. It's the commitment that your sponsor is willing to make to you, taking their personal time, to help you out. That is commitment. And if people that you respect, people that you maybe kind of trust a little bit are saying, you are worth my time, then take it for what it is. You are. You are worth any amount of time anybody else or you is willing to put into you. Yeah. Gotta get a sponsor, man. A sponsor is a lot more than just taking you through the steps. We just kind of put it that way. Because, see, you need to discover it yourself. If we sat there and told you everything, well, then you wouldn't get these little epiphanies. You wouldn't get these things, man. Then we don't want to do that to you. We can't tell you everything that's going to happen because we don't know. We don't know. But a sponsor is a lot more than just taking you through the steps. They're your accountability buddies. That is your first accountability buddy. I need them. You need them. We all need them. Yeah. Leisure says, thank you for giving your time today, Dion. You are absolutely welcome. Now, that one was about me. He's like, I mean, YouTube. All right. What's a big thing that commitment? And it's really, really big for us. Really big. What is commitment? What is the benefit? What are the gifts of commitment? Trust and Almost every alcoholic I know wants this. Any alcoholic that is serious about staying sober is very concerned about the trust with others. They are. Those usually people are usually pretty committed. We'll even go overboard on a little bit. I did. I went through it with my kids. I wanted my kids to trust me because they were kind of the defining thing of trust. That if I got their trust back, then I was at where I needed to be. It was a big help, but it wasn't quite true. I can't, but commitment is going to create trust, right? It's going to create self-trust and trust from others. Why? Because you're being consistent and you become reliable. When you go for a few years and say, yes, I'll do that, yes, I'll do that, and you're always there and you're there, you're on time, you got a good attitude. After a while, that creates that trust. It becomes reliability. So when we become people others can depend on, because we became people who we can depend on, I can actually depend on myself now. It's kind of nice. I say that like it just happened. It happened years ago. I trust myself. I do. I can walk out of this house with $1 million and not buy any alcohol. I'm going to trust that I do the next right thing. I'm going to trust that I'm going to do the daily trudge. These are reliances. This is a commitment, a very serious commitment, right? And I think AA is kind of losing its sight of its commitment of we are here to help people get and stay sober. We are here to stay sober and help other alcoholics. But everywhere I go, they're asking for money. Saw again this morning, Dr. Bob's house. Well, we're going to have a breakfast and charge everybody $30. We got plenty of money. I don't understand what all this money is for. You got $25 million in prudent reserve. Isn't that enough? Why are we not spending this? Why are we not doing something with it? AA doesn't need any more money. What it needs is your time. It needs your attention. It needs your commitment, not your money. No. All right. And then what does it do? Then what is commitment going to do? Well, it's going to create growth. It's going to give you more confidence. It's going to create stability. All right. And what Leisure is talking about now, commitment equals structure, discipline. Yes. Okay. And we alcoholics need this. It creates better emotional sobriety. It creates new habits, a new life. It creates better habits, good habits, not better ones, but good habits. All right. And it gives you a totally new life. And those small daily commitments create big life changes. How often have you heard that it's the little things that kill? Well, the little things also build. Yes, they do after time. Yes. If you do this a day at a time for 90 days, that is 90 little things that built up. Now you got 90 blocks. You can do a lot with 90 blocks. You can. All right. Imagine it's like a Lego set. Can't really do much with 10, 15, 30 we start getting. But when you get to 90, yeah. Yeah, man. You know? And what is probably what's the big thing? Well, it's a day at a time, man. We do this a day at a time and we commit every day, a day at a time. Okay? I'm not cured of alcoholism. I too get a daily reprieve contingent on my spiritual maintenance. Wow. So the thing is you don't have to commit forever. You don't need to commit to forever, just for today. Because we just live in a day at a time. Now, again, don't be that person that won't make commitments next week because you live a day at a time. That's just stupid. Okay, that's You're just being a dick when you do that, okay? You're trying to be terminally unique. You're taking things literally, okay? You are. You're just trying to be hard. Just say no. Just because you're using an excuse to not say yes, okay? Usually, when I run into somebody like that, I will ask them things like, do you buy birthday presents on the same day too? Oh no, I get those before. Well, so then stop it. You never make plans, all right? But our commitment to sobriety is done a day at a time, right now. Make the commitment right now. Wow. So we stay sober one day at a time by recommitting every single day. So let's remember that motivation fades, commitment remains, and we do this one day at a time. Leisure says, I honestly can't make commitments a week out, Ellen. Dude, you got a kid living in Colorado Springs. I ain't buying that one. Thank you though for making this more fun. All right, that's gonna be it for this round. I go on radio in about 30 minutes. Got look a little bit prettier than this, so I'm gonna do that. All right, my friend, her sister passed. If you throw some prayers for my friend Rachel, that would be really, really awesome. I would appreciate that. She's going through some really hard times right now. God will know who you're talking about, so don't worry about Rachel F. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out and keep on.